Hello, magic practitioners of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you for tuning into the 18th episode of our Cantrip series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the one, the only, Light. So, usable by the Bard, Cleric, Sorcerer, and the Wizard, and of course, through extension, anyone else using their spell lists. And it is found in the Player's Handbook, so everyone should have access to it, or at the very least be aware of its existence. Now let's take a quick look at some of the mechanics here. The cast time is 1 action, the range is touch, the duration is 1 hour, and the rough effect is touch an object less than 10 feet. The object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another 20 feet. The color can be changed. Covering the object blocks out the light. Only one cast can be active at a time. Dismiss as an action. When target is being held or worn by a hostile creature, there is a Dexterity save in there. The components are verbal and material, and the skill is Evocation. Which is kind of, I don't know, the light cantrips to me, I feel like they should be more under illusion, but I do get why they're evocation, so I don't know, just my personal grievance. Now let's read out the full description here, and I will of course put this down in the video description, so if you want to follow along, you definitely can. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Until the spell ends, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. The light can be colored as you like. Completely covering the object with something opaque blocks the light. The spell ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. If you target an object held or worn by a hostile creature, that creature must succeed on a Dexterity saving throw to avoid this spell. So, a lot of really cool things here. Now, this is, in my opinion, in terms of light at least, far superior to Dancing Lights. If you recall, Dancing Lights actually only provides a dim light, which means you get disadvantage still on your perception checks, where with Light, that's really not the case. So super cool stuff there. I also really like that you can target it onto worn or carried items. That really does play into the alternative uses quite a bit. It is definitely something that I would consider taking as a caster, not gonna lie. Like, usually I'm an arcane rogue and I already have dark vision in most of my builds, but I mean, if I didn't, this would be very useful, very useful. Now let's get into some of those alternative uses here. So firstly, if an enemy has the ability to turn invisible, I would certainly use this on him. If it's not wearing anything per se, I might use like a pin or something of that nature to put onto the enemy. Alternatively, if you have enemies that are constantly escaping into like a vampire bat or vampire, who every time you get close to beating him, he just turns into a bat and goes with a bunch of other bats or disappears into the light or night. If you were to use this on him, it would definitely help you differentiate. In addition to that, I wouldn't call it an argument, but one of the debates I got into with someone else who is quite knowledgeable of D&D, he claimed that Dancing Light is more effective in some ways because you can use it as a distraction, but if you have an animal familiar or anything like that, you can certainly use light, cast it on them, have them basically fulfill the role of the glow man, if you will, to confuse or disorientate foes. In any case, that's about all I could come up with in terms of viable, usable ones. If you have any other ones you'd like to suggest, though, please take it down in the comments, as well as any cool stories you have regarding this cantrip. I really would enjoy reading it. In any case, guys, I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy casting!